Welcome to Programming with Qt Widgets. In this episode, we will look at things at the subatomar level. Or we could title it, What is really drawn? Sometimes the simple questions do not have a simple answer. Don't believe me? Well, please tell me what is the meaning of life, universe, and everything, besides 42. Okay, here is a simple question. And I enjoy this part in class really a lot because I'll ask one of the students to come up here in front of the class and fill out this rectangle that I've drawn, which is 4 by 3. Fill it out and tell me how many pixels are filled out. It goes like this. Oh, not with that pen. Here we go. And the answer is 12. That is correct. 4 times 3 is 12. That's an easy one, right? Okay, now could you please imagine that you had these 12 pixels. It's a rect of 4, 3. And I like you to not fill rect, as one of the methods of QPainter is, but to draw rects. And to draw rect, you'll be drawing an outline and you're filling the inside with the brush. So can you please draw the outline for me? And the student often goes like, yeah, I can do that. Sometimes I'm lucky that somebody in class will suggest the alternatives, and if not, I'll suggest it. How about we draw it like this? You get the idea, despite that they are not perfectly filled out. If I do like this, then my fill rect and my draw rect will fill the same amount of pixels inside, namely these 12 pixels that you have inside of the area. While this one up here in this one here pointing at now will only be you'll only be seeing 2 pixels with red. And so the story goes. Back in Qt 4 days, they were adding the facility to have anti-aliasing in Qt painting, and therefore they now could draw not like one, not like the other, but draw half a pixel on each side. So we would be drawing like this. That would be the Qt 4 way of drawing it. And now, if you've been paying any attention, which I hope you have, you will say, but yes. You cannot draw half a pixel. And I would say, obviously you didn't pay all that much attention, because what you will be drawing is a full pixel on each side, but using anti-aliasing to make it look like that pixel is sitting there, half a pixel on each side. And that is what is going on when you paint a rectangle in Qt these days. We really should upgrade that library to the newer version, or that operating system, or that compiler. Well, you know how it goes. It always gets in the back. But sometimes you need to do it. We can help you. We've done this many times before. If you're one of the smarter of my students, you'll by now ask this simple follow-up question. What about if you turn off anti-aliasing? Then you can't draw half a pixel each side. Well, then you'll just not draw half a pixel on each side. You'll just be rounding the half pixels off. So 0.5 will be rounded to 1. 4.5 will be rounded to 5. And the painting goes like this. So 0, the pixel that would be sitting here on this edge, is now drawn here. That goes well. And here. But how about the pixel that should be sitting right around here? Well, that one is rounded up too. Can I hear you scream already? Yes, this is interesting. And it's something that a lot of people were very angry about in the days when we went from Qt3 to Qt4, because in the Qt4 days, everything looked like this. No, Qt3 days, it looked like this. What with Qt4, we were painting that half pixel on each side, except if we didn't have anti-aliasing, then they would be properly rounded and we would all of a sudden be painting outside of this area. That is something to be super aware of. If you ever touch anti-aliasing, the set render hint Qt: anti-aliasing, I believe it's called, comma false. If you ever do that, go back and revisit this episode here, because then you'll be getting in this trouble. And just to help you out, or for the fun or education or whatever, let me show you an example where we have exactly this behavior in. Okay, so I have this code here that I'm going to show you now. I am in a class called Test Subclassing from QWidget, and I have a paint event, as you would have grown to expect in this module here by now. And the code the solution looks like what is over here. But as I said, we're down and looking at the pixel level. So I need to zoom in a bit. So fortunately, I already took a screenshot of it, and it looks like this when I zoom in pretty big. So let's see what's going on here. I create a painter on this so that I can actually draw something. First, let's draw the guiding lines. That are these two green lines that we see down here. I set the pen to be green. I draw the line from position 9,0 to 9,115. So this edge, this left edge of the green is column 9 and the right edge of the green is column 10, just so that you know that this whole column here is starting at column 9 to column 10, or it's all column 9, depending on how you like to think of it. And similar, I do from 30,0 to 30,115. That's just to get the green line all the way down. You can see just at the bottom here, there's just a wee little bit of green that sticks out. Okay, let's try. I will fill the rects from position 10,2, so 10, column 10, that's this one here, and 2 pixels down, 20 in width and 20 in height. So I'm filling 20 pixels over with a solid pattern, and you can see column 10, 11, 12 up to column 29, ending at column 30, but not overlapping column 30. So that gives me those 20 columns of black pixel. Okay, that's the sanity. That's the come on top. That's this version over here. I said, can we please paint or fill in these pixels? So far, so good. Okay, set the rendering hint to be anti-aliasing, because we want to see what happens when it's not anti-aliasing. So anti-aliasing here, and I from column 10 to column 20, from column 10 and 20 columns. And now I just updated the position here to be 32. So you can see it starts down here. And here you can see some greenish that is not entirely green anymore. That's because of the anti-aliasing. There's half a pixel on this side and half a pixel inside here that is completely black, and half a pixel outside there. So this is the outlining that I'm drawing around here. Maybe I should even have filled it with red in here so that you could properly see that I had half a pixel sitting on that red, or that filling inside the brush inside. But okay, nobody's perfect. Okay, let's try now. Anti-aliasing off. And again, 10, column 10 and 20 times 20. I've just moved a bit down. And now you can see that I actually filled it with red. So why didn't I do that before? Anyway, now you can see that the half pixel is moved over here. So it's rounded up. There is a complete green line here. And you can see there's absolutely no green line over here because I rounded off. I could have shown you the same thing down here. the green line would have been sitting on top and completely covered down there. And it doesn't stop with just painting. Let's see. So that's the thing. But just to show you the painting of anti-aliasing with pens that are different. Down here you can see now I'm painting with a pen that is 5 pixels thick. And again, I'm still using the red color over here. So you can see there's some red column here that is overlapping and some there. And we have some grayish here. And you can see there is 2.5 pixels on each side. There's a full-blown, and then half a pixel there and similar over there. So just be careful with this. And as I said, if you have a coworker that came from the time of Qt 3 and moved to Qt 4, show him this example and he'll instantly get more gray hairs. Of course, that was one of those things that we were struggling quite a bit with when we migrated our code. Talking about migrating code, actually we can help you if you have any other code that you need to get migrated in KDAP. Ooh, was that an ad? I'm sorry. I'll stop now, and until next time, have a great time.